Hi, this is Yolanda from Yology Holistic Wellness. Making this enlightenment little video just to kind of differentiate the different perceptions of envy and jealousy. Oftentimes we are led by our emotions, especially jealousy or envy, because we feel like we have to have something or we have to be in a certain place in order to obtain a higher status or the money that we desire in life, but that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes this leads to inner self-sabotage of to jealousy and envy. A lot of people like to put those two in the same category, but if you really break it down, words, the word dissection of it, it's two totally different concepts. So and the way that you can get yourself out of this is being aware of it, so that way you can self-identify the issue of what is the trigger that's creating this emotion. So like you've got jealous and envy. A lot of times we associate envy with jealousy and jealousy with envy. But like again, that's not really the truth. Jealousy is more of a loathing type of emotion. It either comes from anger, fear, resentment, some type of bitterness, or just some type of like in a way it can be vengeful, because if we are jealous of somebody else that we quite don't like, then what that does is it fuels us up to wishful thinking, not just on that person, but on ourselves too. Because when we do that, we're sabotaging our self-worth while sabotaging their self-worth. So that's a little bit different. Envy is a different type of jealousy. It's not even relevant to jealousy. So envy is when you are someone who has a friend or a loved one that you really love and you have compassion for, and they are just received a promotion, or they just received a pay raise, or they are delving into their desires and really living their dream and stuff like that. So then you have, oh, I'm envious of what is going on with them. And the way that that is different is because envy is more of a self-confidence, self-esteem issue. So when we envy someone, we're not wishing ill on that person. We're just wishing that we had a little bit more guts and glory to like do what it is that they're doing. Or maybe we wish on ourselves that we were a little bit more capable of achieving the goals by going through the progresses that they have made. In actuality, that one is also a self-sabotage, but that one is a self-sabotage in a different vibrational way. It's not the same as jealousy. Jealousy comes from a very negative, black darkness type of energy, whereas envy is just sort of like, it's kind of like up a notch. So next time you catch yourself being jealous or envious of somebody, or you are around somebody, we don't need to be surrounded with this, because we're light workers, and so we want to try to keep our vibrations as up as possible, because when our vibrations are high, we are attracting what it is that we need in our life, as well as our desires. So we want to manifest good things. We don't want to just sizzle with our vibrations around non-supportive people, our family members. So take that into perspective. So when you identify yourself with one of these emotions, actually sit down and try to figure out what is causing this. What is the actual trigger? So that way you can self-discern what it is that you need on your journey in order to move forward. So again, jealousy, very vengeful. No, we shouldn't even be there, to tell you the truth. So if you find yourself in that, if you ever catch yourself in that zone, immediately shut it off. And the way that you can shut it off is by saying delete. You can do a karate chop and go delete, delete, delete. Okay? And what that's going to do is going to unprogram that emotion and that code out of your DNA field and out of the body and out of the spiritual form, because we don't need it. We don't want it. We don't want to take it on. So, and the other one, you can do the same thing. But again, that's really a self inner issue. Envy is when you need to create more confidence within yourselves. It's a go get there, go get it out there, overcome fear type of attitude, into finding who you really are and who your existence is and what your path is enlightened with, for your personal journey. So once you work on the envy, you're moving mountains. So envy is a top of just a tiny top above the niche of jealousy. But if you catch yourself at jealousy, ask yourself why, and is it really worth wasting excess energy over? Love from afar and wish them well, and worry about yourself and work on your envy, so that way you can move up into a higher vibration. Don't concern yourself with these emotions, as they are. Jealousy is the number one culprit of everything, all our belief systems, greed, manipulation, selfishness, all of that. It's higher on the negative hierarchy list than say overeating or like addiction or those things of nature, just because I'm just giving you an example, because it is like the bad seed, the weed that's in the yard that kind of lands there, and it can actually spread like wildfire if you allow it. So before that happens, catch it. Peace, love, and light. Bye.